So, structure mapping, what is it? Why do we use it? What's the point? How do I know what counts as a swing high or a swing low? This is all confusing and I'm annoyed. If this is you, then you've come to the right video. Over my years of learning trading, I've found structure mapping to be the thing which divides traders almost more than anything else. What counts as your swing high or swing low? Even amongst a small group of traders that I know, who all pretty much trade the same way, we all map out our structure a little bit differently. Now, I've gotten sick of trying to differentiate the difference between a pause and a pullback, and I've managed to come across one simple rule that allows me to effectively map out structure without any question as to what it is I'm looking for. So, you're on the charts, you're looking at price, you're thinking, right, I'm looking here, I'm looking for my highs, looking for my lows, where are we going, what's popping, what's going on. Now, some people are saying this is a swing low, some people are saying it's this one, some people say you've got to go to the right to the bottom and it's this one, some people call this your swing high, this your swing high, this your low. Where am I going? What do I choose? I don't know what to do. Help me. Okay, I will. All you need is one simple rule. I'm going to go into that right now. So here we go. Here's the rule. So price is coming down, right? How do you differentiate whether it's come down, it's just paused for a bit and then continue going down and it's all one leg, or it stopped, made a low, created a high and then made a new lower low? How do you know? How do you know whether this is a pause or its actual structure? Well, I will tell you how. All you've got to look for is, and we're going for in a bearish market example here, so low, high, low. So what we're looking at is, does this candle here close above the candle to its left? Literally all I want to know to make this a valid high. In this case, you can see it comes down, closes above the highest point of that candle, which is the top of the wick, thus cementing this as a swing low for me. Then carries on, creates the highest point here, then carries on down. Okay, so this here is a valid low, this here is a valid high, and it's carried on to create some new lows, whatever goes on after that. Okay, that's all I'm after. If we go to an example over here, where price has come down, it's come up, but it hasn't closed above the previous high. Okay, and then it's continued moving down. This for me, along this side, is just one leg. There's nothing happening. That's just a little pause. However, shortly after, price has closed above the candle to its left, now cementing this as a valid low, created a high and moved down and broken again. Okay, so in this whole move I'm seeing low, high, low, and this I'm blind to. Okay, so that's it. If you get and it works the other way around as well, if you just flip it over, imagine it that way. So yeah, that's the rule for me, and now I'll go over some examples showing you exactly how I map out the markets every day, and for backtesting, for live trading, everything on every time frame. This is as well. Right, so going over a real live examples now on real charts. This is Euro US dollar. It's the only pair I trade. And we can see this is the monthly. Like I said, it works on any time frame. So let's, obviously there's nothing on the left. This is back in 06. But that makes it easy because we're not dealing with anything on the left. So this is our obvious current low, our very first low of the market there, and I'll mark that with a little dot. That's what I like to do. And then we're looking for, first of all, price to close below a candle and then continue up. So if I follow price up to here This is a first bearish candle, and I see it doesn't close below the candle to its left. Okay, moving on. The next one, the one next to this, doesn't close below this one. Next to this doesn't close below this one. Next to this candle closes below this one, and for me, that cements the highest point as the high. So I'm marking that as that. Okay. So we've got a high, then it's come down, and then that high gets broken again, so it's continued upwards, so that cemented this low here. Okay, so we've got low, high, low, because this one closed below. Okay, continuing up, we've got this candle here, this one closes below the one on its left, so we've cemented a high. Now, does the market continue pushing up? Yes. So we look for what's the lowest point after that high. It's here. Okay, so you're kind of getting it now, maybe. Okay, let's have a look. Where do we go from here? Now, if we look from here, price continues moving up. None of the candles actually close below one to their left. So this for me is one massive bullish leg up, and the highest point was actually this. Okay, because what happens next, this is our current low, our current swing low is at this point, and this gets closed below. Okay, cementing this as the highest point before it gets closed below. And then what do we have? So we've got this candle. Does the next candle close above it? Because we're looking for a candle to close above now to create a high as we've turned bearish. So no, this one doesn't close above. This one, however, does. Okay, this is closed above. So what we're looking at is, does it then close below? No, we get a higher point. So this is the high before the low gets closed below. So let's have a look. So this was our low. That low became cemented with this candle. Okay, price continued up to make a high up here, and then dropped below, cementing this high, and on we go. Now what happens next? We've got a low, the next candle closes above this candle, so cementing this low, continues going up. Does it close above the high? No, we're going to stay bearish. Does this low get closed below? Yes it does, but not until here, ages away. But that cements this as our high. Okay, very simple stuff. Now what happens next? We're reaching, so nothing really happens. We're in this range here between this low and this high until this point where this low gets closed below. Okay, so are there any candles after that close above? And it's not until this point here where a candle manages to close above the one to its left, I believe. So at this point here, we've cemented this low, so we can mark that in. Now, what happens after that? Now, this low has not been closed below, it's been swept, and this was the previous swing high. So we're in a massive range at the moment on this monthly, and price is just kind of moving between it. So currently on the monthly, that's your swing high, that's your swing low. Until either of those get broken, we're still in this range on the monthly for me. Right, so we've covered swing structure on the monthly, and you're saying, right, cheers for that, but what about when I'm actually trading? How can I use this? What am I doing? And well, it's basically the exact same on every single time frame. That's how I look at it. So this is literally from today, this price action, how I woke up to the charts this morning. So this has been the previous day's swings. that was still on there. I came this morning, so that was at 5 o'clock. I'd stopped trading by then, so I stopped marking up. So I came to the charts this morning and saw, right, okay, so we've broken that. Sorry, that low was cemented after this candle closed above the one to its left. And then we've broke down again, created that high there. Okay, great. So we've come down, cemented that low by closing above, so we can mark that on. And then again, broken. All right. So what we're doing after this, it gets a little bit messy here, but still same rules apply. Coming down, it's not until this candle closes above this one, cementing this as a low. Okay, yes, there we go. Okay, so what happens next? Comes up, and does this get broken? Sorry, I forgot to mark this high. Does this get broken? Yes, it gets broken by this candle over here. Okay, does it? No, it doesn't. It gets broken by this candle here. Sorry. Okay, so mark this on, make it easier. There we go. So it's not until this candle that it closes below. It gets swept, spiked by wicks. Okay, so again, another high created there, and low cemented by this. Okay, great. Okay, so that's more of that shit. That's done. So this is where I was this morning. This is 6:30. I'm looking at the charts. I'm seeing price has tapped into the current swing high. Now this is got a mark on the supply, which is this candle. If you don't know about that, I'm sure I'll go over it at some point. It's just my first video, but I suppose I'm assuming some sort of understanding of order blocks or supply and demand, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'm seeing price has tapped into what is basically the extreme swing high. So I'm interested at this point in looking for sells. Okay, so it's now that I'll zoom in to the 1 minute. All right, and what do we see? We see, well, we can fairly obviously see that we've got a low here. So come up high, close below. This is the lowest point before it then breaks up again. Okay, so we'll mark this, come up, and this candle is closed below this one, so cementing this high. And now what we're doing, let's see if we can get a trade. So price breaks below, showing we've turned bearish. So right now I'm interested. What's going on? It comes up, but I want to see a little bit more. You can see we've cemented this low because this candle has closed above this one. Okay, cool. Will we carry on bearish or will it break above? Here it's carried on bearish, so now I'm getting interested in placing some sells. Okay, so currently this was my swing low. This has been cemented as the swing highs. The low's been closed below. So right now I would happily place an entry right here. And what I like to do, this is going into different stuff again, but put my entries on the fib, 25 of the fib. I think I would actually go for that. Just cover the high there. And then target whatever. So price comes down, has not created a low yet, hasn't closed above, nothing is cemented until this point. Cemented our swing low, it's coming back up, hopefully to tag us in at the extreme, which it does. we tagged into the trade here, and then what does it do? It eventually breaks down. Perfect. Okay, now this is where it comes in to your management as well. Some people like a target. I personally like to trail behind swing structure. So let's have a look. So we've now got our high. At this point, I still have my full risk open because there's no point taking off whatever that is. So I'm just waiting now for price to cement a low here and then close below it, which it does here, which we like to see. So what I would do then is lock in my profits just above that swing high, which has been locked in over here, and then just continuing. This was really nice, this trade, to be honest. Again, cemented a low, cemented a high by closing below, and we can again lock in some profits. So, you know, there's pluses and minuses to managing this way. You can potentially make more because you're not setting a limit as to how much you can make, but you can also get tagged out early. So, you know, there's pluses and minuses to anything like that in trading. So as you can see here, once again, it closed below, and then this candle closed above the previous candle, meaning this is an absolutely fine swing high. So we can lock in the tiniest little bit more and see what happens. And then we've cemented this low here. Great. Let's see if we can lock in anything else. And we do. Amazing. So when prices like this, it's really nice when you're in a trade. You can just keep going. Lock above that high. Gonna let me take one of these things. Okay, so that's locked in 14.17 so far. Cemented another low there. Let's see, does she break again? Breaks below. So we can now lock in there. And that's where we get taken out, 18.6R. And that is how I use this kind of swing structure in every way. I hope that's helped some of you to understand the way I look at the market, the way I look at structure, management, entries. It all comes down pretty much to this same thing. I think it's really simple, really easy to follow. Once you get used to it, you don't even need to mark it on. You can just see what price is doing. Anyway, thanks for watching if you did. Sorry if I droned on a little bit, but thank you.